Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Baldwin number 0622112 Venetian bronze finish dust-proof strike is what this is. This is Baldwin's dust-proof strike, and I can tell you I've seen and installed and reviewed a lot of dust-proof strikes, and Baldwin material is always a very high-quality material, always very nice fit and finish. And this 112 finish, the Venetian bronze finish, is no exception whatsoever. This is a model that is a dust-proof strike. It's a locking dust-proof strike, and is ideal for concrete installations. And speaking of that, you're going to get a couple of lead expansion shields along with a couple of machine screws for installing that down onto or into a concrete application. Locking means that the inside plunger area, you can unscrew that, and then of course it works. Or you can lock it, turn it counterclockwise 180 degrees, and it locks it from being used. Why you would want that? Well, there may be times when you simply do not need to have that working. The logic is there's a retail space, pair of doors during business hours, the doors are opened. Bolts are unlocked, doors are opened. You sure don't want a part of their shoe to go into this hole, so you would lock that during normal hours. And then when it was time to lock up at the end of the night, you'd unlock that, allow the travel to work, okay, for your bolt to be able to lock this up. Large size plate and the spread of the screw holes have better holding power and concrete slabs. This dust-proof strike can be used for installation in metal thresholds by removing the faceplate. So we're going to actually do that. I'm going to need to get a small tool to remove that and demonstrate the next one. So the installation of where you remove the faceplate allows this to be a very versatile dust-proof strike, meaning that when you loosen this nut that's back here, you will be able to remove that nut all the way. Okay, it will come out. Then your entire faceplate can be removed, giving this sort of installation. So this sort of version of the dust-proof strike would be appropriate for installation onto or through a threshold. So you would have your doors hung, you would locate your threshold, you would specifically locate where this hole needs to be, drill a hole in the threshold and of course the floor, remove the threshold, lock this down through that hole in the threshold, tighten it, and that your installation is done. All you're going to see is just the round face of the dust-proof strike. Okay, same operation as before. To lock the strike for pedestrian traffic, insert a coin and turn it clockwise, counterclockwise, whichever way you're locking, unlocking it. To install, drill a 1-inch diameter hole and tighten the lock nut. To convert for flush bolt use, turn counterclockwise. For use with 0600 Baldwin series flush bolts only, what they're really, they don't mean that other flush bolts won't work, even though that's what they're saying. They're meaning that the inside diameter of that hole is so small that it's really only intended for flush bolts. Available in obviously several different finishes from Baldwin. There is a link below this video to a document called Template, and that's going to give you all of the important dimensional properties of the item. Well, let's touch on some of them now. – 3.5-inch overall width or length of the plate, 1 5/8. Okay, the material thickness is 1/8 of an inch. It's pretty substantial. Then you're going to have, with this installed, an overall height of 2 3/8. Okay, 2 3/8. Yep. They're giving a 1 7/16 diameter hole to be cut into the floor, to be drilled, I should say. And that's basically going to allow that 1 7/16 you see there. This is certainly not 1 7/16, but you'll need to make that sort of preparation for that. I want to give you the inside opening of the dust-proof strike because that is a very common question that I get asked. and it's never really called out. .59, so just under 6/10 of an inch inside diameter of this area. So 6/10 of an inch, less than 5/8. So anything you're going to put in there is going to need to be about 3/8 of an inch. Any bigger than that, and the alignment that is going to be necessary to get that to work with such a small margin around might prove to be challenging. There is below this video, you can see an original grayscale image of the item out of the Baldwin book, and then of course references to the different finishes that are available. I'm partial to Baldwin, and we don't really as a company, while we certainly do and have historically sold a lot of their residential hardware, I like to focus more on the commercial aspect of what they do and how their hardware will be found in a commercial setting. Meaning their doorstops, their flush bolts, their roller latches, their dustproof strikes. More pertains to the industry that we work in, commercial door and hardware. But we're able to assist with the full line of estates, mortise locks, etc., and every other item from the Baldwin catalog. If you have any questions on the Baldwin 0622 in a 112 Venetian bronze finish, dust-proof strike, or any other Baldwin product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.